Okay, so I've had this Paul's guitar for a few months now, and although I like it a lot, one of the issues I've had is I can't get it to intonate right, especially kind of the middle strings, the G and the B. Having trouble getting those intonating so it stays in tune all the way up the neck. So I finally gave in, and what I did is I bought this replacement bridge, and as you can see here, it has adjustable saddles. So this should pop right on. It does come with two new posts here. So I'll probably replace these as well, though probably don't need to, but I will anyway. And then we'll string it up and hope that we can intonate this guitar better. And then I'll play some kind of before and after sound samples so we can see whether or not the tone changed at all. I don't think it will. These are brass saddles, and the bridge here has brass inserts to each of the string saddles. So I don't expect that the tone will change much, but I guess we're going to find out. So let's get these strings off and put on the new bridge. All right, so here's the original bridge. You can see the brass inserts there. And here's the studs that came with the guitar. So we're going to put in the new ones now. All right, so the new studs, I guess they're different size than the old ones. So we will stick with the old ones. They look the same, but they will not screw in. That's as far as they'll go. So I guess we will use the new bridge, the old studs. That should work fine. Okay, so we got the new strings on. Now we need to go intonate it. So there's a couple things. One is, in here I'll show you on the old bridge. So there's this adjustment here that you can do that adjusts these little pull pieces inside, and that allows you to kind of tilt it on the posts. So as you thread this little thing in, it pushes it away from the post. So you can use that to do some adjustments. And so my initial thought is the new bridge has the same thing. So I'll use those to get the high and low E strings about right. And then I'll do all the fine tune adjustments with the adjustable saddles. And there's little adjustments right here on the front underneath the string. You just use a small flathead screwdriver to be able to move these back and forth. So I'm going to stretch the strings out a little bit more, and then we're going to get the adjustments done. All right, so we've got it tuned up and intonated. I mean, the problem child is always this G string. You can see I've got this saddle pretty far back. I kept having to move the kind of the macro adjustment here back even more to try to get that under control. So I think it's pretty good now. Probably, as the strings settle over the next few days, I'll need to make some more adjustments, but it's getting under control. Kind of these strings in here, they're intonating better. And why don't we plug it in and see how it sounds compared to the old bridge? So keep in mind, the clips we just heard, the ones with the new bridge, also have new strings on them. So that's going to make a difference as well. The new strings are going to have a little more snap to them. The old bridge strings had been on a month or two, didn't have a lot of heavy use on them, so they weren't super dull, but new strings are always going to have that kind of new string sound to them. And these strings are literally an hour old. So keep that in mind too. Having said that, I don't think that the new bridge really makes much of a sonic difference in how the guitar sounds, which is a good thing. I like how the guitar sounds. I wasn't looking for the bridge to change the sonic characteristics of the instrument. I just wanted it to intonate better. And I think this is doing that. It took a little adjustment to get it figured out in terms of the actual setup I needed to get the intonation right, but it is better. It makes the tuning more stable up and down the neck. So I'm happy with it overall. I do wish that the posts that came with the new bridge fit the SE instrument. They seem to be too big in the thread. Maybe I needed to be more forceful in trying to kind of get them down into the guitar, but I was a little leery about trying that. I did try with a screwdriver a little bit, and I still was getting too much resistance. But the old posts work okay with the new bridge. Everything seems to be fine, and overall, I'm happy with the results that I got. So if you have a PRS instrument with this kind of wraparound stop tail and you're having intonation issues, I do think this bridge might help you. I wish they just put this bridge on the guitar from the get-go, but they seem to like the more basic bridge. I looked, even the core version of the Pulse guitar has the same non-adjustable bridge on it. So I don't know why they make that choice, but I wish it had the adjustments on it. So if you've got one of these guitars or you're thinking about buying one, I hope you found this helpful. And as always, thanks for watching.